Good morning, students. Today you are going to learn the chapter 8 Environmental Issues. In this lesson, you are going to learn the topics greenhouse gases and global warming, ozone depletion, forestry. Greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is a process by which the radiant heat from the sun is captured by gases present in the atmosphere that increases the temperature of the earth. Ultimately, the gas that capture the heat are called the greenhouse gases. Some of the greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and also a variety of manufactured chemicals like chlorofluorocarbons, which increase the greenhouse gases leads irreversible changes in major ecosystem and climatic patterns. For example, coral ecosystem is affected by increasing in temperature, especially the coral bleaching observed in Gulf of Mannar, Tamil Nadu. So due to increased temperature, the coral reefs are affected. Human activities lead to produce the greenhouse effects by burning fossil fuels, which release carbon dioxide and methane. So, a way of agriculture and animal husbandry practices also increases greenhouse gases, and electrical gadgets like refrigerators and air conditioners releases chlorofluorocarbon. This chemicals also causes changes in the atmosphere. The fertilizers used in agriculture which releases nitrous oxide. The emissions from automobiles. So this emissions from the automobiles are also increases the greenhouse effects. The increase in mean global temperature due to increased concentration of greenhouse gases is called as a global warming. One of the reasons for this is overpopulation, which creates growing needs for food, fibers and fuels, and considered to be the major cause of global warming. The next effects of global warming. Due to global warming, rise in global temperature, which causes sea levels to rise as a polar ice caps and galaxies begin to melt, causes submergence of many coastal cities in many parts of the world. There will be a drastic change in weather pattern, bringing more floods or droughts in some areas. So due to global warming, there is a drastic change occur in the weather condition. It brings more flood or drought in some areas. Biological diversity may get modified. Some species ranges get redefined. Trophics and subtrophic may face the problem of decreased food production. The next source of greenhouse gases emission, the natural and anthropogenic. Anthropogenic means it is caused by human. Sources of greenhouse gases emission either by natural and anthropogenic. Carbon dioxide, coal-based power plants by the burning of fossil fuels for electricity generation. For the production of electricity, we burn the fossil fuel. From the burning of fossil fuel, the carbon dioxide is released, and the combustion of fuels in the engines of automobiles, commercial vehicles, and aeroplanes contribute the most of global warming. Agricultural practices like stubble burning resulting in emission of carbon dioxide, that is the waste which are burnt during agriculture, is also emit the carbon dioxide. Natural from organic matters such as volcanoes, warm oceans and sediments, these things are also releases carbon dioxide. Methane. Methane is 20 times as effective as carbon dioxide at trapping heat in the atmosphere. Its sources are contributed from paddy cultivation, cattle rearing, bacteria in water bodies, fossil fuels production, ocean non-wetlands, soils and forests like wildfires. The next is carbon nitrous oxide. It is naturally produced in ocean from biological sources of soil and water due to microbial actions and rainforest. Man-made sources includes nylon and nitric acid production, use of fertilizers in agriculture, manures, cars with catalytic converter, and burning of organic matters releases nitrous oxide. Ozone depletion. Ozone layer is a region of Earth's stratosphere that absorbs most of the sun's ultraviolet radiation. So the ozone layer is called as a ozone shield. It protects the earth from the harmful ultraviolet radiation emitted by the sun. Just above the atmosphere, there are two layers, namely troposphere, lower layer of the atmosphere, and the stratosphere, the upper layer. The ozone layer of the stratosphere is called a bad ozone, and the ozone layer of the stratosphere is known as a good ozone, because the ozone layer of the stratosphere acts as a shield for absorbing the ultraviolet radiation coming from the sun, which is harmful for living organisms. The next is it causes the harmful ultraviolet rays which are emitted from the sun, causing the DNA damages. The thickness of the ozone column of air from the ground to the top of the atmosphere is measured in terms of Dobson's units. The ozone shield is being damaged by the chemicals released on the Earth's surfaces, that is the chlorofluorocarbon, widely used in refrigerators, aerosols, chemicals used as cleaners in many industries. The declining in the thickness of the ozone layer over a restricted area is called as a ozone hole. The ozone depletion in the stratosphere resulting in more ultraviolet radiation, especially ultraviolet B radiation, which are having shorter waves, and ultraviolet B radiation destroy biomolecules, that is it causes skin aging and damages the living tissues. The ultraviolet C is the most damaging type of ultraviolet radiation, but it is completely filtered by the atmosphere, that is ozone layer. The ultraviolet it contributes 95% of ultraviolet radiation, which causes tanning, burning of the skin, and enhancing the skin cancer. Hence, the uniform ozone layer is critical for the well-being of life of the earth. During 1970s, researchers finding indicated that man-made chlorofluorocarbons reduce and convert ozone molecule in the atmosphere. The threats associated with reduced ozone push the issues to the forefront of global climatic issues and gained promotions through organizations such as World Meteorological Organization and the United Nations. The Vienna Convention was agreed upon at the Vienna Conference of 1985 but entered into the force in 1988, provided the frameworks which are necessary to create. The Vienna Convention was agreed upon at the Vienna Conference of 1985 but entered into the force in 1988, and providing the framework necessary to regulate measures in the form of Montreal Protocol. The international treaty called the Montreal Protocol was held in Canada on substance that deplete ozone layer, and the main goal of the it's gradually eliminating the production and consumption of ozone depleting substances and regulate their damage on the Earth's ozone layer. The clean development mechanism is defined in the Kyoto Protocol, which provides projects-based mechanism which with the two objectives to prevent dangerous climatic change and to reduce greenhouse gases emission. Clean Development Mechanism project help the country to reduce or limit. An example for clean development mechanism project activities is replace of conventional electrification project with solar panels or other energy effect boilers. Such projects can earn certified emission reduction with credits or scores each equivalent to 1 ton of carbon dioxide, which can be counted towards meeting Kyoto target. The effects of ozone depletion. The main ozone depletion effects are increasing the incidence of cataracts, throat and lung irritation, and aggravation of asthma or emphysema, skin cancer, and diminishing the functioning of immune system in human body. So due to that ozone depletion, there is a chance of cataract in the eye, throat and lung irritation, and causes the asthma or emphysema, that is inability to uh, respire or discomfort in respiration. Skin cancer also causes due to that ozone depletion. Juvenile mortality of animals. The animals get died even in a young stages. Increased incidence of mutation. Due to that, there is a mutation occur in organism. In plant photosynthesis, chemicals will be affected and thereby photosynthesis will be inhibited. Decreased photosynthesis will result in decreased atmospheric carbon dioxide and resulting in global warming and also shortage of food leading to food crisis. So due to decreased photosynthesis, it will increases the atmospheric carbon dioxide and resulting in global warming and also shortage of food. So this causes crisis in the food. Increase in temperature changes the climate and rainfall pattern, which result in floods or drought, and the seawater rise. There is an imbalance in ecosystem which affect floras and faunas, plants and animals. Forestry, agroforestry. Agroforestry is an integration of tree, crops and livestock on the same plot of land. The main objective is on the interaction among them. Example, intercropping of two or more crops between different species of trees and shrubs, which result in higher yielding and reducing the operation cost. This intention combination of agriculture and forestry has varied benefit, including increased biodiversity and reduce the emissions. Some of the major species cultivated in commercial agroforestries include Casuarina, Eucalyptus, Malay bamboo, teak, kadamba trees, which are among the 20 species identified as commercial timbers. They are of great importance to wood-based industries. Next, benefits of agroforestry. It is an answer to the problem of soil and water conversion and also to stabilize the soil, reduce landslides and water runoff problems. Nutrient cycle between the species improves the organic matter in the soil and it's maintained. Trees provide microclimate for crop and maintaining oxygen and carbon dioxide balanced the atmospheric temperature and relative humidity. Suitable for dry land where rainfall is minimum and hence it is a good system for alternate land patterns. And multi-purpose tree varieties like acacia are used for wood pulp, tanning industries, paper and firework industries. Agroforestry is recommended for the following purpose. It can be used as farm forest for the extension of forest, mixed forestry, shelter belts, and linear strip plantation, rehabilitation of degraded forest, and for recreation forest. The production of woody plants combined with pasture is referred to silvopasture system. The trees and shrubs may be used primarily to produce fodder for livestock, or they may be grown for timber, fuel, wood, and fruit, or to improve the soil. This system is classified into following categories: protein bank. In the various multipurpose trees are planted in and around farmland and range lands, mainly for fodder production, that is food for animals. Example for this is Acacia nilotica, Albizia lebbok, Azadirachta indica, Glycidia sepium, Sesbania grandiflora. These trees are cultivated for fodder for animals. Live fans of fodder trees and hedges. Various fodder trees and hedges are planted as a live fences to protect the property from stray animals or other biotic influences such as Glyceria sepium, Sesbania grandiflora, Erythrina species, and Acacia species. The next topic is social forestry. It refers to the sustainable management of forest by local communities with a goal of climate carbon sequestration, change, mitigation, deep pollution, deforestation, forest restoration, and providing indirect employment opportunity for the youth. The social forestry refers to the management of the forest and afforestation and barren land, the sterile land, with the purpose of the helping the environmental, social, and rural development and benefits. Forestry program is done for the benefit of people and the participation of the people. Trees grown outside forest by government and public organization reduce the pressure on forest. In order to encourage tree cultivation outside forest, tree cultivation in private land was implemented in the state from 2017 to 18 to 2011 to 12. It was implemented by carrying out block planting and intercropping planting with profitable tree species like oak, teak, casuarina, ailanthus, silver oak in the farming land, and by a free supply of profitable tree species for planting in the bunds. The tree foreshore plantations have been a major source of firewood in Tamil Nadu. The 32 forestry extension centers provides technical support for growing trees in rural areas in Tamil Nadu. These centers provide quality tree seedling like thorn or thornless bamboo, casuarinas, teak, neem, melia, dubia, and grafted tamarind and nelly in private lands, and creating awareness among the students by training or camps. Major activities of Forestry Extension Center: training on tree growing method, publicity and propaganda related regarding tree growing, farming of demonstration plots, raising and supplying of seedlings and subsidy, awareness creation. Deforestation. Deforestation is one of the major contributors to enhance greenhouse gases effect and global warming. The conversion of forestry area into a non-forestry area is known as a deforestation. Forests provide us many benefits including goods such as timber, paper, medicine, and industrial products. They cause or the conversion of forest into agricultural plantation and livestock, ranging a major cause of deforestation, logging for timber, developmental activities like road constructions, electric tower lines, and dams, overpopulation, industrialization, urbanization, and increased global needs. The next effects of deforestation. Burning of forest wood release stored carbon, a negative impact just opposite of carbon sequestration. Trees and plants bind the soil particles. The removal of forest cover increases soil erosion, decreases soil fertility. Deforestation in dry areas leads to the formation of desert. The amount of runoff water increasing soil erosion and also creates flash flooding, thus reduce moisturizing and humidity. The alternate of local precipitation pattern leading to drought conditions in many regions, and it triggers adverse climatic condition, alters water cycle in ecosystem. It also increases the biodiversity significantly as their habitats are disturbed, and the disruption of natural cycles, loss of livelihood for forest dwellers and rural peoples. It also increased global warming and account for one third of total carbon dioxide emission. Loss of life supporting resources, fuels, medical herbs, and wild edible fruits. Afforestation. Afforestation is planting trees where there was no previous tree coverages and the conversion of non-forested land into forestry by planting suitable trees to retrieve the vegetation. Example, slopes of dams afforested to reduce water runoff, erosion, and siltation. It can also provide a range of environmental services including carbon sequestration and water retention in the soil. Afforestation objectives: to increase forest cover, planting more trees increases oxygen production and air quality. Rehabilitation of degraded forests to increase carbon fixation and reducing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Raising bamboo plantation, mixed plantation of minor forest producers and medical plants. Regeneration of indigenous crops or shrubs. Awareness creation, monitoring and evaluation to increase the level and availability of water table or groundwater, and it also reduces nitrogen leaching in soil and the nitrogen contamination of drinking water, thus making it pure, not polluted with nitrogen. Nature aids artificial regeneration. Achievements of afforestation: degraded forests were restored, community assets like overhead tanks, bore wells, hand pumps, community halls, library, etc. were established, environmental and ecological stability was maintained, converted biodiversity, wildlife and genetic resources, involvement of community, especially women in forest management.